Kevin, come on over here and tell him what time it is. Okay. Oh, that's nice, Kevin. Alright, now get out of here. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint, yeah. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, come on man. Yo, higher than an F-16 in Walgreens. Trying to find some eye drops at the bottom of the Listerine. Well, I missed the clean when I step on the scene. But yo, how did I get here? And what does this all mean? The last thing I remember was way back in September. Johnny had a movie, it was movie full of pleasure. But I probably didn't measure the amount I should have taken. Now I'm standing on the feeling, and this feeling got me shaking. Yo, I get the bacon with my better crock of baby. We dishing out delectables, yeah, they tasty, so yeah, it's amazing. Now come and get this slice. And if they try to take my herb, I'll say, take my wife. But Kevin, you're not married. Oh shit, it's getting scary. I'm mixing up my history, my memories are buried. And I don't have a clue what's real or imaginary. So take heed, my children, cause this story's cautionary. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. What? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. So I was standing in the corner of the kitchen by myself, eyeing up the pot brownies on the top shelf. I'm thinking maybe just a nibble and do, but I didn't eat dinner, so I gobbled down too. Oh shit, I fucking blew it. Yo, I got to keep this conversation fluid. Yo, too high to function. I'm feeling like a clown at a funeral luncheon. I'm a goner, man, I've reached my marijuana maximum consumption. Yeah, goddamn hors d'oeuvre, threw my knife for a curve. But I could be the hero that this party deserves. So I boot and rally, sink the last cup. Turns out it was my team's cup. Fuck, I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. I got this feeling inside, can't find no balance in my mind. I must be missing the point. I need a coffee and a joint. Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. What? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Alright, coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yo, what? Coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah, coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Alright, coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Yeah, coffee in the joint, coffee in the joint. Coffee in the joint. Yo, that's right. I'm terrible at smoking weed.
That's okay. I'll handle it. Thanks, you.
Should be shack, gonna take this like way far. It's like S to the UGAR. Should be shack, gonna take this like way far.
Well, you never quite forget the first tape you bought. Mine was 90 by nature back when OP was hot. Who would thought that I could ever turn out this way? I'm blaming that rock like DMCA. Yeah, it was beasties on my mind pretty much all the time till I started smoking pot and figured out if I sublime. Oh my God, I never wanted something so badly. I wanna learn to play guitar and sing just like Bradley. And the B lines that never drop reminded me of hip hop. I'm singing love in. It's what I got. Cause when the love it was gone, I learned to play the blues through Stevie Ray Vaughan. I needed music from all the ways that helped me deal. And I'm another microphone, the way the baby love to see it, can you feel it? Yeah, I'm like 6 damn straight.
Posted this on their channels and Telegram and all this, saying urgent, tonight at 10 p.m. we will begin the uprising to save our leader from the captivity of Mohamed Bagher Ghalibaf and Masoud Pezeshkian. The reformist faction, as in the government, has imprisoned our supreme leader and they are in agreement with America. Essentially the message is that because they haven't seen the Ayatollah, cardboard supreme leader, since the beginning of the war, they feel Mojtaba Khamenei is basically a hostage, and Ghalibaf and Araghchi, the government, are holding him hostage. Have you seen the faces of Ghalibaf and Araghchi, the wishy-washy soy boys? Yeah, as if they can hold anybody hostage, right? Not only they're holding him hostage, but they are plotting with the American. This is the fascinating thing. They are posting these things. Let me show you. This is what they're sharing, the regime. The turncoat. So obviously on the left you have Araghchi. He's basically addressing the crowd, the IRGC supporters, but behind the scenes is JD Vance holding his hand. So basically saying Ghalibaf is a puppet of JD Vance and the US government, which is absolutely fascinating again, because if you just watch the legacy media in the West, or just go on social media in the echo chamber, that everybody's attacking the US government and the Trump administration, you see the opposite, right? That JD Vance and President Trump are now the Ayatollahs. They are in the pockets of the Ayatollahs. But then in Iran, it's the opposite. The Ghalibaf, Araghchi, they are essentially American spies, American agents. They're in the pockets of Trump and JD Vance. You see the problem? Because feelings create this. Feelings are irrelevant when it comes to facts. Right now, everybody has feelings. Some people are very happy with Trump, some people are very angry at Trump, some people are very happy with Araghchi, and some people are very angry. The loyal fans are like saying, oh, I love Ghalibaf, I love Trump. The ones who hate them, I always hated Trump anyway. Oh, he's broken my heart, he promised me this, he promised me. Shut up, I don't really care. I don't really care about your feelings. Because it's about the outcome. There's no guarantee for anything. There's no guarantee that the regime will fall tomorrow. There's no guarantee that Trump will sign the surrender deal, and there's no guarantee the regime will sign the surrender deal. Nothing is finished yet. We've just ended the phase 2. Phase 1 was last summer. Phase 2 was a couple of months ago, a few months ago, and phase 3 will come later. Again, any outcome, any side could win. The regime could win. They could have a massive victory. Trump could just give up and leave, but he's still refusing to leave, even though they're still calling him Trump always chicken out. Still hasn't chickened out, but they're still calling it. It's a weird concept. Same applies to the regime supporters. They are already calling Ghalibaf and Araghchi sellouts. They're not really sellouts. They haven't signed the deal. They haven't completely surrendered to Trump. Give them time. So anyway, let's go to Amir Hossein Sabati, who is in front of the foreign ministry building in Iran, saying that the foreign minister and the government should be imprisoned by parliament. Because apparently everything is their fault. I mean, technically he's right, but let's go.
بعینی و بعین الله احساس میکنم در برابر خدا جواب میدادم. هر کس هر چه میخواد بگه. شما میخواد خوشتون بیاد، کتانا خوشتون بیاد، ولی شاید خیلی هم برشون بیاد، ولی من در برابر خدا پاسخی ندارم. آقای عراقچی با این موضع گیری، یعنی اصلا تحلیل درست و واقع بینانه نسبت به این جنگ، موقعیت امریکا و وضعیت از دل این جمعیت فرقی هم نمیکنه. بنده باشم، آقای نوباوه باشه، آقای کوچکزاده، فلسفی، عزیزان و برادرانی که اینجا هستن، حالا من نمیخوام همه را اسم بیارم، باید استیضاحشون ثبت بشه در مجلس. ولی این که مجلس رو همچنان با دلایلی که به نظر ما بعضیاش قانع کننده نیست تعطیل نگه دارن، برای ثبت در تاریخ باید استیضاح چنین فردی.
Absolute insanity. They have lost their mind. I mean,
swirling in the air right now. Alright, so there is a rumor swirling in the air right now that I genuinely hope is not true, and we're going to deal with this head on, alright, because that is what we do here. RFK Jr. is a man who changed American politics forever, and he is at the center of a firestorm today, and I just want to make sure that nobody spirals before we get the full picture of it. But there's some good news, alright, because the universe has a beautiful sense of humor. Elon Musk has become a billionaire, or sorry, a trillionaire today. I'm not used to saying that one yet, and he just sent countless millionaires out of their minds, including Elizabeth Warren. Alright, so Elizabeth Warren, she goes, grabs her phone, hops in her car, and tells her driver, let's go, and then she starts screaming uncontrollably about all this, and so does Bernie Sanders, Gavin Newsom. It is just almost too good. So that was even more time. Let's go ahead and dive right into all this news. Welcome back to another episode of the Average Moreno Show. Please like, please subscribe, and let's get started. So the rumor starts here with Robert W. Malone, and I'm sure you guys are very familiar with who he is. He posts this at 9:41, and I'm going to be specific with the timestamp on that for a reason. He writes, breaking, very active rumor mill, currently with specifics from senior USG employees that RFK Jr. will be leaving as Secretary of HHS in July after the 4th. The meeting was apparently held last Monday. Dr. Oz to head transition team. And then in the comments he has an additional detail. He writes, reportedly, widely, and openly discussed during last Wednesday's congressional baseball game. So naturally, the question is, does this rumor have any substance? Well, HHS rapid response came out almost immediately, okay, like 40 minutes later. That is unbelievably fast. And they write, this is utterly false. Just 4 simple words, this is utterly false. Boom, done, right? Case closed? Well, not exactly, because here is the problem. If you look back on this original post, this has been seen almost 3 million times. Over 3 million people have seen this rumor, and the amount of people who've seen HHS's, yeah, not even a quarter of that, because it's only got 500,000 views. So this is the world we live in. Now, this is how fast some misinformation could spread, and as I've said in previous videos, the internet doesn't look, the internet glances, and this is a great example of this. And Robert Malone, of course, goes ahead and doubles down after HHS Rapid Response Team responds. He says that he's not ready to concede this possibility, writing, in Washington, people are rarely fired. They simply discovered an overwhelming desire to spend more time with their family shortly after the president decides he would like someone else in the job. And if I scroll it down a bit, you will see, boom, HHS is denying the robust rumors that RFK Jr. is on his way out. Given the pattern above, I'm not ready to concede the strong possibility that July we will see a new secretary. But, as I originally posted, this must be considered a rumor at this time. Yeah, and you can see plenty of people are frustrated with him about this. One person says, RM, disgusting. For all of us 20 plus moms, don't spread rumors. Gross. I am disappointed in you. Yeah, so this is how rumors can just go ahead and ruin people's days. Even Megyn Kelly, right? She goes ahead and chimes in and she writes, if true, Maha is officially dead. Holy smokes, that is powerful. And this is whenever I would want to, respectfully push back a bit. I don't believe Maha lives or dies with one person. I really do believe the cat is out of the bag on that one. I feel like Maha's already affected so many millions of people in that way, especially myself. But of course, RFK Jr. is the focal point. He is the leader. The alliance that he built with President Trump during 2024 was astronomically special in a way that I don't think many people even fully appreciate yet. So, to say, do I believe the rumors are true? Alright, wholeheartedly, I don't. Alright, just a few days ago, HHS went ahead and posted this, saying 500 days of Maha wins. Alright, and just look at these moments that we have seen already. Many we have already covered on this channel, but 40% of food industry removing synthetic dyes, 120 plus childhood health initiatives announced, 1.8 billion in annual taxpayer savings at HHS, real food prioritized, federal nutrition guidance, whole milk is back in school, and just a myriad, just an entire list of things. So if you're asking me, this list doesn't come from someone who is ready to pack up his desk. Alright, I think RFK Jr. feels like he is just getting started. And, here's another thing that I like to say. RFK Jr. has already publicly stated that he is not running in 2028, which is kind of the sole reason why people are assuming that he would leave HHS right now so he could begin his presidential ambitions to run another presidential campaign in the near future. But let me remind you of something that he did share almost a year ago. Right, he says the swamp is in full panic mode. DC lobby shops are laboring fiercely to drive a wedge between President Trump and me, hoping to thwart our team from dismantling the status quo and advancing POTUS's Make America Healthy Again agenda. They're pushing the flat-out lie that I'm running for president in 2028. But let me be clear, I am not running for president in 2020.
Stop using to-do lists.
Come on, stop it!
I know that sounds insane, but hear me out. Because I can...
So, I think you could go ahead and argue that, well, Adam, this is a long time ago. This is already a year ago. You're not going to tell me that things have changed over the past year? Of course that things have changed, right? Could RFK Jr. change his mind? Absolutely. Let me know if you'd like that. But another reason why I don't think these rumors are true is because if you look at the amount of hit pieces that are still coming out about RFK Jr. from the Daily Beast to the New York Times, this just tells me from an insider level that you don't write hit pieces on someone who's already on their way out. You write hit pieces on someone that you're scared of, and these media people still see RFK Jr. as someone who has incredible power. So, to me, that says a lot. But go ahead, I'm curious, drop it in the comments. If RFK Jr. did decide to run in 2028, would you want to see it? Right? Because I do know some of you guys would love this idea. Heck, as someone who was supporting RFK Jr. in 2024, I would be lying to say that this idea doesn't get me, a tad excited. But I am torn. I mean, just look how happy he is to say that he is HHS's secretary. This is just a few days ago.
Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS secretary.
I mean, do you see how happy he is to say this? Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm your HHS secretary. He is beaming with the joy as he says this, and I'm telling you, I don't know what to think, but bottom line is, go ahead, give me your take on this rumor. I'm genuinely curious. Now, moving on to Elizabeth Warren and her brain collapsing in front of the entire world for our entertainment. This is her immediate reaction to Elon Musk becoming a trillionaire. Go ahead and take a look.
Elon Musk is officially the world's first trillionaire. Think about that. We're living in a time when more and more people are just hanging on by their fingernails to survive in this economy, and Elon Musk has more money and more wealth than anyone in human history. I want to be clear. This is not just some fluke. It is a feature of a rigged economy. Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill cut health care for millions of Americans to give guys like Elon bigger tax breaks. The tax code rewards CEOs for firing workers and replacing them with AI. Loopholes have allowed Jeff Bezos to pay an effective tax rate lower than a Boston public school teacher. And we are left with a country where a handful of billionaires at the top pop champagne in their $300 million yachts, while working people take on even more shifts to try to pay off their student loan debt. The top 1% of U.S. earners now have more wealth than the entire middle class. We need to overhaul our tax code. We need a wealth tax. And it's about time that corporations paid their fair share. Today's marker should be a wake-up call that enough is enough. Time to make a change.
Time to make a change, time to get her out of office. Please, does anyone else think it's really hard to take her seriously whenever she's literally being driven around in what looks like an Escalade by her own personal driver? Yeah, she's talking about the rich and the wealthy. Like, man, you are the rich and the wealthy. This is my problem with her, because the same tax codes that she's complaining about in regards to Elon Musk are the same ones that turned her into a millionaire. Because where do you think her donors come from? Who do you think these business people are? Bernie Sanders is like the same bag here, right? Look at this. He writes, today Elon Musk, a trillionaire, pays the same amount to Social Security as someone making $184,000. If we end the absurdity and lift the tax or the cap on taxable income, we can make Social Security solvent for 75 years and expand benefits by $2,400. My Social Security bill that does that. Bernie Sanders, the man who has been in office for decades, whose only job has been in the government, and who's written a book on capitalism, is here to tell you that the system is broken. Yet, it wasn't broken whenever it made him millions of dollars, by the way. Yeah, I love this comment by Nick Sordo saying, hey Bernie, which lake house are you posting this from today? Oh my gosh, that is good. Yeah, a reminder, Bernie Sanders has like, what, 4 houses? It is absolutely ridiculous, right? And Gavin Newsom, who always loves to post on Elon Musk's platform, says Americans are struggling to pay for groceries and gas while Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire. When the federal government is for sale, the rich get richer and everyone else that gets shafted. The system is rigged. Yeah, the system is rigged, but it's not okay for us to say that the California election was 100% not rigged, right? Yeah, also a good reminder that Gavin Newsom is worth, what, $30 million? Absolutely absurd. Do you see this? Right? This is the timeline. Net worths of politicians whining about Elon Musk's fortune from SpaceX. Rokana, $250 million inherited. That's even worse. Gavin Newsom, $30 million. Elizabeth Warren, $12 million. Bernie Sanders, $5 million. Plus 3 houses. Alright, let's make my correction right now. I said 4 houses earlier. Yes, 3 houses. Sorry. But that's just ridiculous. So the timeline today is millionaires complaining about trillionaires. Yeah, I guess that is our government right now. Anyways, please go ahead and tell me how you feel about all this. Alright, how do you feel about RFK Jr. and this possible news of him running in 2028? Are you happy with where he is today? Are you happy with where he is with HHS? I would not want to see him leave as secretary. I'm loving what is happening with making America healthy again. I think this is one of the most powerful political movements to ever exist, and to have that happen in 2026 is just astronomically beautiful. But could someone's presidential ambitions be so large that he needs to escape that to do something a little bit bigger in his eyes? Go ahead and tell me what you think about all this. And how many more times is Elizabeth Warren's brain going to break over Elon Musk? Yeah, I'm starting to think she has a crush on him. Alright guys, anyways, if you made it this far, please like, please subscribe, turn on the bell, and see you guys soon.
for dropping lyrics like some waiter. I was sitting on a shitter, hit you right in the kisser. Pop like a blister, making moves on the track. Checkmate, Bobby Fischer. You're mad at me, man, like I valet your sister. Drove her like a whip and then I tipped her. Just picture this a vicious one. I'm on a mission, son. This my kitchen, stop your bitch until the dish is done. Not like you used to, might need a booster. Chop up the beat like I used on your cruiser. We got the producer, he's super duper, and I am so stoned like I checked out Medusa. 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 Run up on a track like a shot. Medusa. 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 Run up on a track like a shot. Medusa.
No time like now. I'ma get it going, get the hell off of my cloud. There ain't no room and I keep going. Watch me now, won't go no handed. Got your feet stuck in that granite. Can't stand still, no I can stand it. Keep it moving up the planet. Yeah, that new shit, that future, that old shit be useless. No time for that bullshit. Hang that nuisance from these nuisance. Yeah, highly elevated. I feel at home in my zone. Just wanna be sedated like my name was Joe Ramone. Bag of bones inside my closet. Bag of weed inside my pocket. Keep it in and keep me cool. Yeah, fuck that drama.
It's been like a year.
It's been like a year, believe it or not. You look exactly the same, and the studio looks exactly the same. You might be on another part of the world. No one knows.
Yeah, it's just my apartment that I rent. You know, I don't like to give out a lot of information about where I'm at, that kind of stuff. So it's
very
just
smart.
A plain wall that I've got the lights down low, so it looks kind of a nice gray. At least I think it's nice.
I think it's beautiful. It looks amazing. First of all, congratulations on the recent ruling. Was a 9th District Court of Appeals? Is that what it was? It said that what you exposed with the warrantless wiretapping was in fact illegal. And there are many people that are calling for you to be pardoned now.
Yeah, it's so much has happened. This ruling, this is actually not the first time the federal government has, or the appeals courts have struck down some of the federal surveillance programs as unlawful. But this one is really important because it happened from an appeals court. It wasn't from a single judge. It was from a panel of judges. And what they had ruled was that the NSA's bulk collection of Americans' phone records was illegal. And this is the very first sort of mass surveillance program.
Article to answer that. So Edward Snowden did not make his landmark disclosures in 2011. His exposures of global mass surveillance by the National Security Agency, NSA, were published in 2013. Right, all these technologies that are being developed, facial recognition, things being used by law enforcement. So what was the surveillance that he was concerned about? I mean, were people just confused, or was the fear propaganda part of some marketing lines? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people throw out theories there at those levels. I mean, it's an interesting time frame, 2011, 12, 13, and when you look at what was happening here and what we're telling you. Yeah, and so it's not to say they're involved with child pedo rings or fucking the kids, that sometimes some of the people aware or in line with those things, people that are being targeted for other things, non-vaxxers on the programs, probation, there's a whole host of reasons why different people would have access and different allocations or blockings. Right, exactly. So when you start to understand that, and you just go back into that time frame. Yeah, I mean, as far as the surveillance and all that stuff, nothing really new was happening as far as they were just trying to, I think, get the laws passed like we were just talking about, as far as being able to get warrants and... Right, I mean, just making and producing and getting that equipment out to them, and then of course you have business people fighting over that and where it's going to be made and who's going to ship that. I think that's some of the Ukraine stuff and other places. And what kind of materials do you need to make that stuff? Right, there's quite a few different things we're talking about. Devices, weapons, technology. Yeah, so I mean, why don't the news people kind of have these calming discussions to help people not get all caught up in the fear propaganda? And then you have these kids literally making a lot of money off of child pedo chasing and Karen chasing channels. What the fuck are you people doing? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to a lot of us. While the major leaks occurred in 2013, some of the exposed documents and programs were directly tied to 2011. So that's why a lot of people will say, oh, it was 2013, and then time frames. Yeah, when you understand things happening and then a release. Yeah, I know you deal with that a lot. But yeah, so to answer that question, you were correct. It was directly tied to 2011. Right, and then some will try to say, oh, it had nothing to do with that because that didn't happen until 2013. Well, no, you're wrong. It was 2011. It just didn't get published till 2013. So that happens with a lot of different things with these journalists and news people that don't want to use their own common fucking sense. Yeah, anyways. Well, the major leaks occurred in 2013. I guess you just got to understand that a lot of people don't have common sense. They're capable probably of attaining it, hopefully. Hopefully they wake the fuck up and do that, but... NSA surveillance violations. Leaked files revealed that unauthorized electronic surveillance of U.S. citizens grew significantly, with violations rising from 546 in the second quarter of 2011 to 865 in the first quarter of 2012. What does that mean when it says revealed that unauthorized electronic surveillance of U.S. citizens grew significantly? So they had a specific amount of violations, 546. Would you be interested in getting that stack of documents? And then in the second quarter of 2011, it grew to 865. So those are 865 specific violations. Would you like that stack of violations? Well, I can't help you with that. Maybe someone else can. Leaked files revealed that unauthorized So do you know how some people have ghostwriters? I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but you know how so many people listen, right? All of you, state workers, different people, investigators. So that also gives like different people the capability of listening. So when I say things like that, they're doing it. And they're going to send that over to you, right? So you see how that works? Other people listening? Okay, so we're not doing it. I mean, it doesn't mean if we say, hey, stab yourself. They're probably not going to do that, you know? But if they hear something like that, and right, checks and balances, they know who it's going to or whatever. These things get checked out. They're not stupid. We can say a lot of things. Right? Do 50 push-ups. And you might be like, yeah, okay, I'll do 50 push-ups. Is that a challenge? Well, I mean, they're probably going to be like, no, they don't have to do that. Right, but throughout these talks, when they hear these things, especially when I say, hey, a few articles were just sent over, that grabs their attention. Just other people listening, investigators, citizens from all around the world, internal affairs. I told you so many fucking times, dude. We've been on the program since we were 18, and we were involved with things far before then. Okay, for multiple reasons. Okay, we work with a lot of different rehab programs, doctors, lawyers, people wanting to heal in traumatized situations. We get a whole host of things over the years, you know, different patients or people that just want to socialize or listen in. There's no assignments really that are required. Nothing is mandated. Right? I mean, my gosh. You act like I'm telling you what to do and take offense to things when I'm not even fucking talking to you. I'm literally talking to myself in my room. There's a lot of me's. Anyways, AT&T bulk data. Documents detailed how the telecommunications giant AT&T provided the NSA with massive amounts of data, handling over 1.1 billion domestic cell phone calling records in 2011 alone. Yeah, pretty bad with a lot of that stuff, huh? Well, I mean, too, why? For what purpose? Now, why would documents detailed how the telecommunications giant AT&T provided the NSA with massive amounts of data, handing over 1.1 billion domestic cell phone calling records in 2011 alone. 1.1 billion domestic cell phone calling records in 2011 alone. Now, why wouldn't the NSA already have access to that? Does AT&T protects its customers like patients? Right, so I mean, as a customer, you would want the authorities to be able to get access to something if need be, because if somebody stole from you or committed fraud or were doing penny scams, they're not going to be able to see it if you're protected by AT&T. If they're protecting your information, yeah, they're not going to be able to access that. I mean, AT&T will look into it, and they'll do what they can. See, and that avoids the authorities from kind of catching on to a lot of the penny scams and stuff they're actually doing themselves, right? Now, sometimes, you know, when drugs get sold and people make an offer, they know you get the drugs or you can get them, right? They know you got the drugs or you can get them. The microchips. Right, I mean, things are looking pretty scary with red meat. That might be on the black market soon. Hey man, you got that ground beef? Yeah, but the price has gone up. People are going to be testing it, smelling it, the color. Is it red and bloody or brown and rancid? I mean, you're going to be able to know these things. You could die. Anyways. Right, so I mean, maybe somebody knew people with access to those data, massive amounts of data, and calling records. You should want the authorities to have access to that too. I mean, them not having access to it and AT&T protecting their criminals, I mean customers. Right, I know. And then they'll scare the customers when investigators try to get the customers to, like, hey, you want to give access to... No, don't do it! You don't give the government access to anything. Right, they scare them. Then they take the side of the criminals always. Not always. No, not always. It just seems, to people like us, we seem to just get a lot of those. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad. Just in our awareness. The radio, the TV, in front of our faces. 1986. I read a lot of history books too. You see it a lot and you start to notice, you know, patterns. Everything that I said I am. Oh man, they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall for sure. No. You should maybe... The balance beam is probably not your thing. There's a lot of balance beam injuries. Do you think that they have records of how many balance beam... And I mean, the fact that people have the time and money to not care about other things and just spend their time bringing their kids to gymnastics practice because they might be in the Olympics one day, you know, people, right? Anyways. beams? How many balance beams? I'm not trying to get rid of balance beams, folks. Balance beam your fucking cells away. Knock yourselves the fuck out. Holy crap! No way! Shut the fuck up. Are that many people fucking trying the balance beams, or are just a few getting a lot of injuries? 5,500 balance beam injuries are treated in the U.S. emergency departments each year. You have got to be fucking kidding me. How many is that a day? So every day, break that down. So today, I mean, there are people doing this shit every day. They're just practicing the balance beam and getting injured. 5,500. I'm sorry, I can't. What about floor routines? I hear they get injured doing floor routines too. This is insane. I'm fucking, this is stupid. What is next? Can't take it anymore. I've had it. Seems to happen every day, doesn't it? Your mind gets blown, you've had it, you're fed up, you're relaxed. Best thing I ever tasted. It's my favorite. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Total volume with an average of roughly, shut the fuck up, 26,000. Are these numbers correct? Did someone fucking mess up? This is almost worse than the Benadryl babies. I'm sorry. Well, you start getting into it. Let me guess, Sally got injured again. Need more pain medication. With an average of roughly 26,000. I know these kids are addicted to shit. You know, any little injury, up, need to get some more of that stuff. Just hurt my shoulder. Oh, so rough. My parents are pressuring me. I'm stressed out about that. You got any good drugs to help me deal with mommy and daddy? Right? These people are fucking crazy, dude. With an average of roughly 26,600 youth gymnastics related ER visits reported annually, the beam accounts for over 5,000 of these cases. Youth, that's just youth gymnastics. So youth goes up to what age? 12? 26,600 youths are being injured in gymnastics related ER visits. Any deaths? Just from the overdoses? Yeah, that makes sense. And a lot of the injections they get, yeah. I hear that. I hear a lot of that happens with those people. Hopefully they had a good life insurance policy. Usually. These people are fucking sick. I'm telling you, they don't care about your kids or their own. I'm not talking about people that do gymnastics here. There's probably some within the mix, I'm sure, just like anything else. Construction workers, lawyers, Walmart cashiers. These people are fucking sick. People need help, man. Love it. I really hope they help the kids and hostages here in Augusta, Maine. So. Is what I got. When my dog runs away, I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. I don't get angry when my mom smokes pot. Hits the bottle and goes right to the right. UK mass collection. Back to the Snowden thing. The Snowden files exposed Tempora, a program GCHQ established in 2011 to gather masses of phone and internet traffic by tapping directly into the fiber optic cables. So yeah, anyways, back to what you were explaining, kind of like with different drugs or things like that. If they know someone can get access, or right, they offer them a lot of money if you can get me those records. Which, I mean, they don't need them. They probably already can look into it themselves. If you can get us those cell phone calling records, data, 1.1 billion domestic cell phone calling records. And you could offer them a few million for that, huh? They'd jump. They could get it for you probably pretty easily. I know, and that now you got them for something else, right? Are we just strong arming each other, or what's going on? UK mass collection. The Snowden files exposed Tempora, a program GCHQ established in 2011 to gather masses of phone and internet traffic by tapping directly into fiber optic cables. Alright, so once again, oh man. Hey, what's up? I hope so. Like a Led Zeppelin. Making shepherd's pie.
I'm just wasting time again. So day by day, I will move on. Stand there, stay too long. Day by day, I will grow stronger. Step by day, they will go longer. Day by day, step by step. Live my life, no regrets. Day by day, I will keep moving on. Day by day. Moving forward, beyond the borders, take warning, my day's gone. Stopping nothing, wait for no one, take warning, my day's gone. Take warning, my day's gone. So day by day, I will move on. Stand there, stay too long. Day by day, I will grow stronger. Step by day, they will grow longer. Day by day, step by step. Live my life, no regrets. Day by day, I will keep moving on. Day by day.
I like static.
Bad days gonna get better. Bad days gonna get better. Cause the rain already fell, and we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. Down to the bottom, and I've been
climbing up to the top. But I prefer the middle, cause my mind, it cannot stop thinking. My highs are highs and my lows are lows. I wish that I could find some ground to just slow down and grow. But maybe it's extremes that I need, please. And maybe it's the nature of my peace, please. I grab onto the good times and push away the bad. But holding on just uses all the energy I have. It's hard sometimes. The sun will shine. Cause bad days gonna get better. Bad days gonna get better. Cause the rain already fell, and we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. Weather ain't the same the day after it rains. It's so fresh, you can feel the sunshine, heal the pain. The way that the wind blows slow through my window, the glow from the stained glass, beautiful and simple, reminds me that yes, we all just need a breath. And yes, sometimes this life can feel just like a mess, but I'm just out here living for the good days and bad, and I'ma give it everything I have. I know it's hard sometimes, but I know the sun will shine. Cause bad days gonna get better. Bad days gonna get better. Cause the rain already fell, and we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Gonna be alright. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Come, hard times go, it'll all get better. Hard times come, hard times go, it'll all get better now. Yeah. Bad days gonna get better. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Bad days gonna get better. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Cause the rain already fell, and we already been through hell. Bad days gonna get better. Bad days, bad days, bad days. Here come music to set your soul on fire. Yeah, every crack in the vinyl takes me back in a time where my Catalina auto spent my last buck on the title of my first car, my first love, where I got my first rub, where we did our first drugs. And the bikers and the vatos that I grew up with try to steal my zapatos, now they give me shit for never being home for parties and the weekend trips. Well, fuck it, man, I'm coming up, but man, I be that quick. You keep telling me to make it, yeah, to the spot where we would stay lit, and finish bottles never wasted, yeah, cause that's where I'm from. I'm feeling like old school mixtape, that's all I need. I'm killing that low ride, Sunday, that's all I need. Everybody say, there ain't no place I'd rather be. I'm talking about right here, right now, that's all I need. But this reminds me of a good time back in the day, rolling through my neighborhood, must have been a Sunday. Daddy with the band sheets, on these rows singing, tell it belong us, Cinderella's walk. The bosses in the back will make the sound so sweet. The drive Cadillac will make it dance to the beat. I love the way it feels when the sun shines down on me. I'm feeling like old school mixtape, that's all I need. I'm
'cause that's where I'm from. I'm feeling like home, mixed in, that's all I need. I'm feeling that low ride, Sunday, that's all I need. Everybody say, there ain't no place I'd rather be. I'm talking about right here, right now, that's all I need. I'm feeling like home, mixed in, that's all I need. I'm feeling that low ride, Sunday, that's all I need. Everybody say, there ain't no place I'd rather be. I'm talking about right here, right now, that's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Graham Plattner blamed women for getting raped.
Plattner said to avoid rape, women should act like an adult for F's sake. He's an awful person.
Graham Plattner is dangerous.
I would never vote for Graham Plattner.
With a tall hat and a heavy-duty Ram truck, Mike is ready for anything.
I have a Ram 2500 mega cab, and I love it. It is a lot of truck. I've been around the
Marina County 911 is emergency.
There's an emergency out here on Perry Road. Window printed, it looks like she's been shot. The shot's going into the road and the window pocket out of it.
Is she, do you know if she's breathing at all?
She's not breathing, it don't look like it.
Alright, we have deputies on the way. We have help on the way, okay, sir?
Okay, please, buddy, thank you.
Minutes after this 911 call comes in, Columbiana County Sheriff's officers arrive at the home of the victim. 50-year-old high school math teacher Michelle Long. Family members are already gathered around Michelle's truck, which is parked in front of her mailbox. Inside, Michelle's bloodied body is slumped over in the driver's seat.
There, let me excuse me here. Excuse me here, she's still breathing, Here, let me jump in here. Here, hold on a second. If you can't step over here for a second. Over here for a second.
The band's farewell show on Thanksgiving 1976 in San Francisco. Paul McCartney, Elton John, and Garth Brooks all reportedly going to be making appearances in the sequel to the Spinal Tap film. And it's interesting they're wearing the last films, man. It's kind of one of those, I don't know, I'd say something.
And why didn't anybody call anyway?
You guys,
she would have been home.
No, this is her mom, her sister's boyfriend.
Okay.
She should have been home.
What exactly house is hers?
Right here.
Alright, we got the ambulance and squad and everybody coming in. You guys want to go wherever, I'll get with you guys in here.
Well, why didn't anybody call? She should have been here about 4 o'clock. The car just sits here and they don't even call.
Yeah, if you want to go on with the house.
Once Michelle's family is out of earshot, officers assess the situation.
Yeah, I believe she's deceased. I don't believe it was self-inflicted.
Paramedics arrive and pronounce Michelle dead at the scene. She suffered multiple gunshot wounds, including at least one to her head.
So it looks like she was shot through the driver's side window. So she pulls up, so just from what I...
She already got her mail. The mail's not
okay,
next
so she put it in reverse, the back end, and then so somebody...
It's that caliber go through the window, through her head.
Oh, I
through the other window.
Yeah.
And handprint on the door looked like a struggle. All right, we need to find the casing. You guys back up.
While officers secure the scene, Other investigators gather information from Michelle's sister, Sarah Lewis, and her boyfriend, who made the call to 911.
So you were the first here with, who was the man with you?
Robert Morris.
Sarah tells officers that around 9 p.m., her mother Karen called her in a panic. Michelle was scheduled to pick up her son at 8 p.m. at his father's house, but she never showed. Karen tried calling Michelle several times, but Michelle never answered. She decided to pick up her grandson herself, and on the way there, she called Sarah and told her what was going on.
That's not like my sister not to pick her son up. That's very out of character for her, so I jumped in my car in my slippers and I got here. We pulled up and I saw her truck sitting just as it is, right there.
Okay.
No. And the lights were on.
We put the cement block behind the wheel because we didn't want it to move, but it was still sitting there in reverse. The backup lights were on.
So what did you first thing you notice?
The window was busted out.
Was there anyone out here?
No.
Did you hear anything unusual?
No. I ran up to the door and I was pounding on it, screaming at her. I couldn't see in there or anything because it was so dark. I was pounding. I went to the other side. I couldn't see her. I was pounding and then I saw the other hole because I thought maybe there was a rock, and then I saw the other hole, so I know it was a gunshot. So we shot her, and then I was hitting, and so then I looked at her where the broken was, and I saw her.
Who else lives here?
Her son, her ex-husband. They're going through a divorce right now. His father, he's on his way here.
Who's the ex-husband?
Bill Long.
As they're talking, Bill Long arrives on scene.
How we doing there, sir? Deputy Jameson. How we doing, sir? Deputy Jameson. Your name? Okay, just stay right here for me. Stay right here. Okay, well, I have a few questions for you. We're under medical, as you can see that right here. If you have some ID, I would like that. Get it through dispatch and head over here in just a minute. We're asking questions. There's a lot going on right now.
But Bill ignores the officer's request.
Go over here and take over. Mr. Crime Scene, we'll have you over here. Where's my son? He's in the house. He's fine.
Meanwhile, officers continue speaking with Michelle's sister.
Has there been any problems with anybody lately? Let's start with that first question. Sorry, just to bring you up to speed.
Her ex-husband.
Okay.
Police learn that for the past several years, Bill and Michelle have been embroiled in a nasty divorce. With that information, an officer immediately pulls Bill aside to question him.
Again, these questions are just all based. We just got here a little while ago. We're trying to make heads or tails of what's going on. You understand these rights as I've read them to you?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I should get them a little early.
I was just going to ask you, like, the basic question: when the last time you saw her, talked to her, and
when I picked him up at school, she walked out. I seen her, but I didn't say a word to her.
It turns out Michelle